But going back to Jainaba, how has she helped? Well, she inspired you to read the Bible, where you found inspiration to be ordained. But since your consecration as presiding bishop, or throughout your ministry, how has she been of assistance?
Well, sometimes when you are a leader, very solemnly will people come directly to you and tell you, I think you're wrong, or what you did is not right. You will hear people talk about it here and there, but very solemnly will someone come and tell you directly that you're wrong. In Jainaba, you have that. She doesn't appear as if she speaks in public. She's very quiet.
I was going to say, well, she cuts a different figure in public.
But if you get that woman next to you and she starts, you realize, I've just gotten it wrong, and you just have to apologize. One example, I remember a friend of mine said to me, hey, Bannie, it's a long time I've heard you preach. So where are you preaching on Sunday? And I said, I'm preaching at this place. And he decided to come. When he was coming, he came with his girlfriend. And for some reason, I was not prepared for that service. I didn't read the readings and anything. The first reading was about do not commit adultery. Everybody in the church saw that man with the girlfriend. You know, things. This is a small community. We all know what. Then the epistle reading was about be holy, and the gospel reading was also about anyone who commits adultery, you know. And then it was time to preach. Everyone was looking at me.
Because your friend was right there in front of you.
Well, the scriptures for that day were having to speak about that. So I turned to the organist and I said, please play a hymn. And the organist, for some reason, also played a hymn, I want a principle within of God, jealous, godly fear. Oh, wow. Now, how are you going to preach now? And everybody knew that typically Bannie will just go on top of it. This time I bowed my head and I said, okay, I'm going to read the scriptures again to you. And after reading the scriptures back to them, then I said, he who has ears, let him hear what the Spirit is saying. And I went to sit down. I never said a word. After church, everybody's like, oh, Bishop, thank you. Well, then I was Reverend, thank you for the service. And Jainaba said, you damn hypocrite. If it was someone else, the wall will come down. But because it's your friend, you never said something. So now, if that was a very serious rebuke. And then I had to literally check myself that, hey, you're supposed to speak God's word in and out of season, with or without your friends. You're supposed to stand by what is believed to be truth. And that was a staunch rebuke, and I still remember that experience.